Hello again. Okay, so here we go. We're going to continue today by working the abs, really going for the abs. Oh, I know what we forgot on the last one, the plank. Let's just flip over to do the plank because that is so important. You nearly got away with it. So let's just come over onto your tummy. And if you can have your elbows right under your shoulders, we'll hold for a minute if you can. I'm going to give you lots of options whilst you're doing this. So if you're ready just to have your toes curled up, come up onto your forearms and your toes. Some people, if you have toe issues or foot issues, you might like to have your toes flat to the floor. That's fine. Some of you might find this is just really difficult and you want to bring your knees to the floor. You're going with this. You've already started, I hope, so you're holding it. I didn't check the time, so we'll just go now. Okay, so you're holding this. If you feel you'd like to, you could add leg raises, trying to keep the hips level, which I hope I'm doing. Leg raises will actually help you. It takes the strain off a little bit, gives you something to think about. You might do arm raises. You can lift one arm up and then bring it down and then to the other side. It is really your choice on this, but if you can hold for a minute, that's great. If you want to come down onto your knees at any stage, please do. The big thing here is not to let your head drop down onto your hands. Keep the length of the neck long, and you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just pulling in with the abs all the time and sliding the shoulders down towards your waist. Leg raises if you feel you can. It is your choice entirely here what you do. Some people might like to come up onto your hands and then back down onto your forearms. That's quite a tough one to do a few of those. We've got, can't see the watch. Okay, I reckon we're nearly there. Hang on, let me just take my watch off. Okay, you've done a minute. Well done, folks. Bring the knees to the floor and step back into a stretch. I'm pretty sure that was a minute. I think it was slightly over a minute if you had started when I first said. Yep, so well done. Okay, from here, sitting back, coming up to sitting again. So toes, so if you can do the plank, if you can't be bothered to do any of the videos, just do the plank every day. So good. Hold for a minute, see if you can build that up to hold for longer. Toes, knees and hips in line. Let's have the fingertips up to the ceiling and we'll just do an ordinary half roll down. You're pulling the abs in, looking straight ahead or looking to your knees. Take it as low as you can, bring your hands down in line with your knees. Abs are working, take a breath in and breathe out to lift up. So breathe in to prepare and breathe out to lower down. I'm going to just turn this way. So you're really pulling the abs in, you're bringing the arms down and you're holding here. This is where the work's going on, right into there. Breathe in and hold and breathe out to lift. So those who come to my classes regularly or were coming to my classes regularly before COVID hit us, you'll know that this one is a really familiar one, but it's so good on the abs to really get those abs working. If you take it down a little bit too low, this is what will happen. You'll go, oh, 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 and then you won't be able to hold it and you'll roll back down. So try, if you can, just to take it to where you can hold it. For those who'd like to work a little bit harder, keep your arms up in line with your ears. Take a breath in and breathe out to lift up. So by keeping the arms here, you've got more leverage, so it's slightly harder to hold because your arms want to pull you back and then back up. If you can do 4 more of these, do. So just taking it down, take a breath in, breathe out, pull in, pull in, pull in, take a breath in, and breathe out to lift up. And 3, the breathing's so important. Take a breath in and hold, and breathe out to lift up. And last 2. And last 1. Notice my foot lifted up a little bit there. So try to keep your feet to the floor if you can. Take a breath in. Makes it a bit harder, but then again it'll stop you tilting back. Okay, now on this one you're going to roll all the way down to the mat. So take a breath in as you breathe out, roll all the way down. So you've got your hands by your sides, abs are pulling in, hands are by your sides. Relax your shoulders down into the mat and get the lumbar spine, the small of your back, down into the mat. When you feel comfortable with this, float up with one knee and then the other. Now you can just hold this position and tap alternate feet. Some of you, if you have any back issues, you might prefer to keep one foot to the floor, lift one knee, so you've got your knee directly above your hip and your heel in line with your knee, and then put that foot to the floor. So if you have any back problems, you're just going to go from here to here. Otherwise, here, here. So you're going to have both knees lifted and tap and lift. alternate toe taps for those of you who'd like to work a little bit harder rather than toe taps, making sure your back's connected, not pushed down into the mat particularly, but not a big arch under the spine. You could just extend, push your heel away and bring it back. If you'd like to work harder still, lift your head and shoulders. If you have neck issues, put your hands behind your head. If your neck's fine, just go here. Maybe opposite arm, whoop, whoop, going out with the one hand staying to the ceiling. Might be getting too complicated for those who are not so familiar with Pilates. Extend the one leg out, opposite hand stays, opposite arm goes overhead, and the same hand of the leg that's going out stays to the ceiling. So you're just extending. You've got the head and shoulders lifted. You could take both and bring it back. And both breathe out and breathe in. So this is putting a lot of work through the abs. You might still be just on the tap and lift. You might have your hands here. You might have your head and shoulders to the floor. You might have one foot to the floor and just lifting. So you're going with whatever suits you. Listen to your body. Don't work too hard. If it's too much for you, you just stop and hug your knees into your chest. You might have the head and shoulders lifted. You might have the head and shoulders to the floor. Let's just do a little side to side roll. And now from here, feet to the floor, hands by your sides, so into the familiar shoulder bridge. So you're going to tilt the pelvis up and then start to peel your spine away from the mat, lifting, lifting, lifting. So you've got knees, hips and shoulders in a line. So be aware of that. Try not to let your ribs expand out. You want the ribs to be relaxed down, holding this position. Bring the heels in a little bit closer and just come onto the ball of one foot and then the other. We're just going to go from side to side, lifting and lowering. See if you can lift both heels up, lift and lower, lift. Now hold this lift, walk the toes in a little bit closer to you. Hold the lift here. You'll feel this through the quads, tighten your glutes. Hold, hold, hold. Now slowly push your heels down into the mat. Yeah, sorry, I've said your glutes, I meant your quads and your glutes. So squeeze the glutes, push up. Now tilt the pelvis, so you're pushing your pelvis upwards and holding here. Now push those heels down. Now keep the heels to the floor, push the hips up a bit more, and then lift. Now keep the hips lifted as you push those heels down. Keep the hips lifted, raise the heels, push the heels down. Two more. Raise the heels, keep the hips lifted, try not to let the hips drop at all. Okay, last one. Now push the hips up a little bit higher, tightening the glutes. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Work the spine down, down, down. Try and feel each vertebra as you work down into the mat. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, peel away and lift back up again. Keeping your heels to the floor, pushing up through the heels, tighten your glutes. We're going to start to lower down, and as you lower down, start to lift your arms up. So the arms are coming overhead as you push your spine into the mat. It makes it a little bit harder to work that spine. You'll get an arch now. Now start to just tilt the pelvis and push the spine down into the mat as you bring the arms back, down by your sides, lifting the hips up. Take a breath in, breathe out, work the spine down, 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 arms go over. Keep the feet to the floor, take a breath in. This time we're going to lift the head and shoulders up and reach forwards. Anybody who has any neck issues, take hold of the back of your head, lift, reach forwards, take a breath in, breathe out, take it back down. Take a breath in and hold, and breathe out, pull in with the abs, lift, 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 reach forwards, breathe in, and breathe out to lower down. You can keep going with that, or you can run the heels away. Take a breath in and breathe out and lift all the way up. So if you can lift up, that's good. Reach up to the ceiling, pull in with the abs, reach forwards towards your toes. Take a breath in, breathe out, reach up to the ceiling. So you can either bring your arm, let's bring the arms forwards on this one. Some of you might still just be to the floor, just doing that little lift, just to strengthen the abs. Take the arms above the head. Take a breath in. If you can keep your arms in line with your ears as you lift. Whoops, I didn't do very well then that's great. We're just trying to make it harder on each lift. Keep the backs of the knees to the floor as you reach forwards. Take it as far forwards as you can. Pull the tummy in. Slide your shoulders away from your fingertips, but keep the fingertips forward. Keep the head down. Now reach up to the ceiling. Take a breath in and breathe out. Slowly, 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 slowly roll down and use the abs, Take a breath in and breathe out. Pull in and lift. So you're lifting up and reaching up. Now take the feet wide and reach forwards. Take the body forwards as far as you can. Just keep reaching forwards. Think about getting the backs of your knees to the floor. Take the hands further forwards, hold, pull the tummy in. And now slowly bring the hands up. Reach back up. Feet come together. You're going to roll back down again. Hold. Don't take it all the way. No, take it all the way down. Take a breath in. Some of you might still have your knees bent and you're just lifting to here. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Otherwise, legs are flat to the floor. We're going to lift all the way up. Some of you might find that's really difficult. I'm struggling because I haven't really done it for 3 weeks or so. So what you might find is you need to hold the back of the legs. So you might think, okay, I'm going to have a go at this lifting up, but I really find it so difficult. My legs want to lift off the floor. That's fine. If your feet want to lift up. So a lot of people like to really launch themselves. That's fine. Let me go to the side so you can see. So you can really launch yourself up like that, or you can take hold of the back of one or both legs, just pushing the heel away and pulling up. We're going to roll, we're going to reach forwards to the toes, reach forward, take a breath in and breathe out. We're going to start to roll down. On the roll down here, we're going to hold, just work the waist. Link fingers, twist to the side, double twist, center, double twist, center, and again, that's good, once more. Now we're going to roll down and come into the 100. So for this, bring your hands forwards, bend both knees. Some of you might like to keep one foot to the floor and just go to here and lift the head and shoulders, and we breathe out. I'm not starting yet, I'm just showing you. Breathe out, palms to the floor for 5, palms lift up to the ceiling, breathe in and pulse for 5. We're not flapping the hands, we're working from the tops of the arms, so through here. So if you can have both feet lifted, that's great. If you can have both head and shoulder, if you can have your head, both heads lifted, your head and shoulders lifted, then that's great. But if you want to have one hand behind the head, that's absolutely fine. We might even extend the legs out. I'm just showing you at the moment. You could extend and lower and lift. If you're familiar with my classes, you'll be familiar with this. But please do the right one for you. So if this is feeling plenty for you, just go with this. When you're ready, steady, lift the head and shoulders, and we breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. You might find your legs will only go to there, then you know you can't take them any lower. They might be there and you know you can't take them any lower. We're halfway there. My next time to feel this. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. So I'm going to lift up a little bit higher to help support it. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4. I think this is the 100, but I'm going to do 10 more for luck. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your knees in towards you, head and shoulders to the floor, and just do a little circle. Circle the knees away from each other. Well done. And 2, and once more the other, and back the other way, I mean now. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and put the feet to the floor, hands out to the side. So here you can either have your feet to the floor, you're just going to drop one knee out to the side and bring it back up, and the other knee out to the side and back up, or you can be into tabletop for this. One knee goes out, bring it back up to the center, the other knee out, so just going side to side. You could take both knees out and back up, and out to the side and back up. Your choice here. Out, keep the knees together, so you're either going single or double legs. If you're going double legs, take it out to the side, extend the top leg. Knees are together, and then you're just going to bend, bring it back up to the center. To the side, extend, bend, back up to the center. Let's just tap both feet for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out to the side. Side, extend, bend. Watch that your heels are not dropping to your hips on this one. To the side, extend, bend, and center. Tap for 2. Tap and lift, and tap and lift, and then just to the side again, and extend, bend, center, side, extend, bend, center, and tap for 2. Tap and lift, and tap and lift. Hug your knees into your chest. Okay, we're going to hold it there, and then I'm going to do the next video any minute now, which I'll download. So come up to sitting. Well done. Okay, good work. So we're going to go any minute now. We'll go into the, I'll just stop that.